Hi there, I'm Mike Rosenstein, fifth grade teacher at Woodrow Wilson Academy.
And I'm Casey Palmer, the other fifth grade teacher here at Woodrow Wilson Academy.
This is my 11th year here at Woodrow, and I teach the on-level math classes and the challenge language arts class.
And this is my 17th year here at Woodrow. I teach the on-level language arts class, and I teach the course 1 challenge math class. So we are going to be kicking off just in this video, telling you a little bit of basics about what to expect in our fifth grade year. But all of the details, it kind of goes more in depth on the back to school night handout that your kiddo will be bringing home on the first day of school. So please look for that. It will also have your child's language arts and math teacher assignment in that packet as well. So just be on the lookout for that on Thursday.
Okay, we're going to share a quick little PowerPoint with you guys, and we'll just go over this quickly so you have an introduction of what to expect this year. Okay, hopefully you're seeing this little PowerPoint that says things to know for this year. The first thing is the school day. Our day starts at 8 o'clock every morning. Please try to do your best to get your child here on time because they are marked tardy at 8:00.01. So we want everybody here ready to go to get to their lockers to do the things they need to do prior to walking in the door.
And yes, your kiddo will be having a locker this year. So please make sure that on the school supply list, it says locker shelf, and hopefully they practiced a little bit of padlock practice over the summer, but otherwise we'll get them going on that too.
Yeah. Next, for extended absences, we request 3 days in advance. That way we can get the work to them. If they do request work for an extended absence, we do expect it turned back in the day they come back. If you're not going to be able to do the work while you're on vacation or while you're out, we totally understand. Then just don't ask for it, and then they'll get 2 days for every day they're absent once they return. Mm-hmm. And lastly, on this little slide, we will do our best to get the absent work ready within 24 hours of the next day. And we understand we ask for 3 days in advance. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Just whatever you can give us so we can try to get work prep for us. We do keep many things posted online, so it's really quite simple.
And as he was saying too, our teacher plan books are all posted. So if your kiddo wakes up in the morning and they're not feeling well, you can jump into our class website, and on there is a link to our teacher plan book, and there are the handouts. It shows what we're doing each day. So you actually kind of minimizes how much you even have to wait for us to respond to you. We have books posted online so your kiddos can work from home as well. So it's pretty slick.
All right. Homework, the big question. Yes, there's going to be homework this year. We try to give as much class time as possible for work to get done. So if your child is coming home with lots of homework, we all probably 3 should have a discussion about how they're using their class time and trying to get that completed. We don't have the time, unfortunately, to go chasing after missing assignments. We do send some missing assignment reports home in Thursday folders. Yes, we are getting Thursday folders this year. So you should look for that if your child has some missing assignments. Using Campus and looking for missing assignment reports in the Thursday folder will help you stay on top of that.
And we will be teaching your child how to log into Campus this year. So they too will have their own login that they can be responsible and get notifications and stuff as well on their own devices.
And lastly, I believe on this homework slide, homework is due by 8:05 every morning. Now, if your child is in tardy, we'll give them time to turn their work once they come in. But if they're here on time, it is due at 8:05. And then we do have a homework policy. We take 20% off every day that the homework is late. So we really, really do stress getting things turned in on time with names on them, being responsible. We know it's going to be a big step for some kiddos this year. We're ready to help them.
Yep. We will be offering a homework club after school this year as well, where your child can stay until like 3:25. And there will be information on our class website about that once school begins, and you can sign your child up. We just ask no siblings can join, and we will walk your kids out at 3:25. So it kind of gives them an opportunity after school to work on homework as well.
Right. All right. Grades we keep in Infinite Campus. Again, your child will get a login in school, and then as a parent, you have your ability to log in and keep an eye on grades as well.
If you have a difficulty or have not utilized the Infinite Campus app yet, we would be happy to set you up and help you get the notifications and everything set up on that, because it's very handy to have.
And again, we recommend that kids and parents are checking weekly, if not more than that, just to keep up to date. So everybody knows what's current and what's missing and what's on time. Sometimes it does take us a little bit of time to get our grading into campus. Both Mrs. Pummer and I are both parents. We understand how important sometimes it is to see an updating campus, especially if things are late or missing. We do our very, very best to try to get that in daily. But we do ask for patience to give us a couple days, just so we can try to be on top of things.
Yep. And if anything we do can or will go ahead and flag it as missing or flag it as at least turned in, even if the grade isn't there yet. So you can see.
All right. Discipline. We are a Love and Logic school, and we use that concept school-wide. In 5th grade, our discipline policy is very simple. We are both very accepting and just use a warning system to try to give kiddos a heads up when they're doing something that is distracting to others or distracting to us or keeping them off task.
We do have grace because we understand kids are squirrely. We are both very large children, which you will be learning this year from your child.
Sorry in advance.
Yes, but we do try to offer some grace and some warnings. So if your child receives a detention from us, which is what we're going to get to here in just a second, we do give warnings and we do talk to them one-on-one, or we let them know, hey, we see that you're being a little squirrely today. You got to try to dial it in a little bit. And then if they still cannot dial it in, then they go to Mrs. Grigsby for a lunch detention where they will be writing you an email and they will be CCing us all in. This is all in the back to school night packet as well. And so you can see what the offense was. So if they got a detention for talking, please know that we do give a lot of grace and that we're very patient and understanding when it comes to that, because again, we are just like them. And so if they got a detention, it must have been something that they were causing a problem for themselves or somebody else.
Right. All right, curriculum. Novels, we are going to be doing Tom Sawyer, Little Women, and The Secret Garden this year.
We might be watching Little Women just as a movie, though, as that book is a very long book. But Secret Garden and Tom Sawyer for sure we'll be reading.
Yeah. Go ahead.
In history, we will be doing the Mesoamericans, early explorers. We have a really fun project we do for that. We are not going to actually be covering Native Americans this year, as 4th grade did cover that last year. But we're going to be doing some westward expansion of the 50 states, a geography of the United States. So when I say westward expansion, it's like the growth of our country, and then the Civil War. There will be a 50 states and capitals test that will be in May at the end of the school year. So just start studying now. But there's lots of fun apps and games that your child can play to help get that going. Talk science.
Yeah, science this year. We have some new FOSS kits that we'll be using. We're all pretty excited about those. Our 3 main areas of study are living systems, mixtures and solutions, which is an introduction to some basic chemistry. And our last unit in the spring is going to be Earth and Sun, where we're talking about the solar system and how gravity affects life on Earth and on how the sun rotates. It's all pretty neat. There's some really wonderful hands-on things to get kids excited about science.
Yep. Math, we are doing our Saxon math curriculum once again. And just as a heads up, overall in all of our subjects, tests are the biggest part of their grade. So studying for tests, but understand as well that there's not always a study guide for every test and quiz we give, because we want to actually gauge what the children are learning or what they have been absorbing in our classes, not what they can memorize and regurgitate for a test. So there are some study guides. We do a variety of different kinds of assessments as well. Some are written assessments, some are with a study guide, some are project-based. So we do offer every type of learner a type of assessment that might be to their strength.
And just because there's not homework, let's say in social studies or science, it's always an opportunity for them to bring their notes home and just review the learning from the last couple of days. That's really the best way to keep the knowledge for science, because it does get kind of intense and there's a lot of vocabulary in there.
That's a good point.
So that way they're not cramming everything in the night before a test.
Right.
So it doesn't hurt. 5 minutes reading through notes nightly is really simple and can help them stay prepared for tests.
Oh, and one thing we didn't mention was daily geography.
Oh, yeah.
We will have daily geography as well every week. It is assigned
It's a workbook.
It's a workbook, and so we assign 1 week at a time, and it is due the following week. It's a completion grade. So as long as your kiddo has it done by the Thursday or Friday that we have it due, they can work ahead as far as they want. They can complete their book in advance, and that's totally fine by us. There's no late credit on that since they have a whole week and they know in advance when everything is due. It's just kind of an automatic thing.
And we do encourage them to work ahead. So get it done ahead of time. That way it's not a weekly thing. Something they can literally knock out a couple weeks in about probably a half hour, 45 minutes. They're very quick. We just ask for complete sentences with a simple restate. So they're practicing language as well.
Yep.
So. All right, communication. We just want to be open with you guys, and I want you guys to be open with us. Email is the best way to communicate with us. We are doing Driveline again this year, so we don't have that opportunity to talk to you outside of the cars like maybe some of you are used to. So please email. If we need to set up a meeting, we're happy to do so. But most things can get handled through email or a phone call after school, or if we need to set something up in the morning, or a Zoom conferences we've all become very good at. So we're happy to do that, but just let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
And we will do our best to keep you parents informed as well.
And through Infinite Campus, through our online teacher plan book, and we also will be offering an online homework planner so you and your child can check to see what their nightly homework should be if they say they don't have any. And that's on our class website as well. Those are kind of the ways that we help you parents and the students have tools to be successful this year, because you know there are going to be 56 kiddos in here. And so we try to communicate and keep you posted as best as we can, but feel free to always email us if you guys have any questions.
And that's the end of our slideshow. So thank you so much for all the support this year. We can't wait to get back to a more normal year this year. And we're just totally looking forward to meeting your children and meeting you parents and just having a fantastic Woodrow year.
Yes.
We're both real excited.
We're very excited, and we will be following Mrs. Bartusik's guidelines about mask requirements in the classrooms. If we need them when we're moving and everything in class, we will be wearing them, but we're hoping to get into centers and have a little bit more normal, hopefully, than ever before the last couple of years. So we're excited to get to know you guys. We're excited to get to know your kiddos, and we just hope for a wonderful year. So let us know if you need anything. We're here for you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.